Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to make a custom slipcover for any movie you want. I'm going to show you it for Thor the Dark World today, and again you can do it for an amaray or you can do it for a steelbook, but I'll just show you how you process it all, the sizes, and see if you can make your own. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so preferably guys you do this in either Photoshop or PaintShop Pro. On this occasion I'm showing you in PaintShop Pro. This is where I edit all my pictures, and they have to be at least 300 dpi because you don't want very bad images. So I'm not going to show you how I've done it all. All you guys will be able to do your own yourself, but that's how I've done mine, and that's that. Okay guys, so I'm finished my front cover for Thor the Dark World. This is the front with the two spines, and oops, the back with the two spines as well. The reason I put the spines on each is when it comes to gluing, you've got each side that can get a fold with the glue on top for one side to go on top of it. So that's why I do the two spines on each. So that's that, back and front, and that's that. Guys, when it comes to printing, I use Undercover XP, which is this, and in this it's good because you go to options and you click format editor and you can create your own sizes for what you want to print out. So I always print them out portrait style, I don't do them side, I put them that way. So there's the back cover of Thor with the two spines, and the back with two spines you have to make sure they're these sizes here. So the width is 164.8 and the height is 171.2. Now that's perfect size for a slip cover for an amaray cover. If you want to put them in a steelbook, steelbooks are slightly, just a tiny bit thicker. I keep them that sizes for the steelbook. However, when it comes to gluing them, I just put the covers on each other for a slight millimetre or two difference. You know what I mean when you do it. That gives it more space to slide the steelbook in and out. But if you're doing amaray, you just do it that way as well, which is not too much hassle. The USA slip covers, obviously if you want to do your 11mm amaray cases, you have to do a slightly different size. So the height is obviously still the same, 171.2. I put the width 161.2. You can play around with these sizes to make sure you've chosen the right size for you, but I've already tested them and they work pretty well. So that's the US slips and the UK slips. And again, you click OK once you've set your sizes. You can even name them. That's why I named mine UK and US, so I know the difference. Once you've chosen your size, you just print, and that's you. And obviously you do the same for your back, front, whatever. And that's how you do your printing. And they print off on two separate sheets because they fill one sheet like that. And that's you. So next we'll come to, once they're printed, I'll show you what to do next. I'll be 2 seconds. Now there's no secret to which printer to use. I use the inkjet printer, it's a Kodak. It's nothing fancy, it cost me £70. So if you're in the US it may cost you about $115 or so. So it doesn't have to be an amazing printer. This is just a standard everyday printer, scanner, photocopier. And it's the same with the paper. I use cheap paper from Wilko's or Wilkinson's in the UK. But as long as you've got photo paper, and it needs to be 250 GSM, because if you have any less than that, the paper is a little more floppy for a slipcover, so it's not great. But yeah, no secret ingredients, it's just photo paper and a printer, that's all. As long as you get good prints, then it'll work perfectly. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and print it, and then I'll show you again. Okay guys, now after you've printed off your front and your back for your slipcover, let them dry for a couple of minutes, and then what I use is a Seal Protect Enhances clear gloss finish, just to give it an extra gloss. I know it's glossy paper, but it gives it an extra gloss, and sometimes it gives you a little speckle gloss effect as well, and also it makes the paper sturdier. The paper that I've got is 250 GSM paper anyway, so it's quite sturdy on its own. However, this helps. So just do this, give it a shake, Always give it kind of 3 coats, like 1, 2, 3. And same for this one. 1, 2, 3. And then you need to leave that to dry. Okay. Okay. Once it's dried in, you cut them out. Okay guys, so now they are cut, they're ready to be glued. So just have a look at the finish, if you can see in the light. It's worked out pretty well. And again, the sturdy bits of card now. There you go. So you can glue them whatever way you want, but I tend to glue them with the left hand side being the overlapping. So for example, I would glue here and stick that part on top there, so it still looks as if it's part of the image. And then once I've wrapped that around, this part would then be glued and that would go on top there. Now I've used many types of glue, a lot of them don't work properly, some of them tend to peel themselves. Don't use Pritt Stick because Pritt Stick doesn't really work. Tape, double-sided tape is okay, but again it starts to peel, so I've tend to use proper super glue, not the cheap one. I've used a Scotch one which costs you about £3 to £3.50. So I use that, so I'll be gluing here and seeing how it works. You can also use a Steelbook, or you can use an amaray just to give you guidelines as well. Do it however you please. But I'll be back soon. I'm going to glue it together and see how it looks. Okay guys, so that's it done. I had a slight gluing problem, but again this isn't a finished one or anything. The glue problem was it stuck to the bottom of a bit of paper down there. That's nothing major. So this is what it looks like. Steelbook's inside. Nice and glossy. Then you've got your spine, your back, and then it wraps round to the side here. So if we put it next to more Steelbooks, you've got yourself a Steelbook with a cover this time. I'll bring it back down. Oh. The light's better here. So there you go, you could have a cover like that, or you could have your standard. Obviously this is better quality because this is real, but it's not bad for a custom. So if you've got some Steelbooks or even some amarays that you feel deserve a slipcover, then use one of these. And there we have it. I'll need 2 hands to pull this out for 2 seconds. Okay, so there you have it. And again, you get rid of those awful images in the back. Cover it up with your own slipcover. And again, the gloss has really done it justice. The gloss spray. It looks lovely. There we have it. Thor the Dark World. Again, it's just a one I've tried. You can do any movie you want, as long as you get good artwork for it. There you go guys, thanks for watching again, thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye. And guys, I forgot to mention, you can even still put your protective Steelbook slips over your slip cover. So you've got your Steelbook, you get your slip cover, then you've got the protective sleeve on top of that. So you got double protection this time. Hey hey!